What's up, world of DCO? This is the one and only Moxie Mayhem. I'm addressing a punk-ass motherfucker who goes by the name FuryofSin that happens to be a villain just like myself. About 2 weeks ago, FuryofSin sent me a random tell trying to call me a bitch. As I read that, I said to myself, I don't know who this motherfucker is, so I'm going to make a few smart-ass remarks back to him and basically treat him as if I got better things to do than to waste my time with your stupidity. So I'm going to keep it moving as well as you should. So apparently, in that particular conversation, FuryofSin was actually recording that and decided to post it up on YouTube and build up this bogus idea about how he's trying to expose me for being a bitch. Notice I said trying, okay? Because he's really failing at that if that's his main goal here. Exposing me for being a bitch, hence the title of his video, Moxie Mayhem is a bitch, this is Villains TV. I want to go ahead and play a snippet for you guys to give you all an idea of what exactly it is that's going through this dumb piece of shit's head. Let's take a look.
This is fucking Villains TV.
Yes, it is Villains TV.
G0 here, Chronicles of Moxley Mayhem is a bitch.
He made Chronicles for me, how nice.
Text right there, I sent use a bitch to Moxley Mayhem. He was on
Yep.
my friends list.
That's it right there, that's what started it all.
Because I used to be cool with him. Back in the day.
You used to be cool with me, but I never really knew you, okay?
Signed off now, but I sent him a text, telling him that who he is a fucking bitch. I mean, the reason why I think Moxley Mayhem is a bitch is for the simple fact that, okay, I've been a villain for 2 years.
So what?
If you noticed what Moxley does to superheroes, I'm not siding with the superheroes because I fucking hate superheroes the most. But if you're a guy...
Alright. He hates me because of the way that I don't necessarily get along with superheroes. I mean, I am a villain, right? Am I not going to fight against the superheroes? Aren't you a villain too? Why is it a problem for you that I'm fighting the superheroes? I don't understand where you're coming from on this, buddy. I mean, let's play some more. This is dumb.
It's on a video game. It empowers yourself to be such a top superstar on a video game when all you contribute to the community is hate. What do you expect out of that? You expect about...
What do you expect from me? I'm a fucking villain. Do you understand what villains do? They corrupt the society. They disrupt the community. I'm a villain. I'm not going to care about that shit. Let's play some more.
A lot of fucking backlash. So to me, I figure, okay, this guy has no fucking life.
I actually
and
do,
that's
by
why
the way.
it's like, okay. And he comes back with a retort talking about, oh, you're another fan. Thanks for your support. This is why I hate Moxley Mayhem.
This is why he hates me, because I make smart-ass comments to where if he reads between the lines, I'm saying to him, I do not acknowledge your stupidity because I have no idea who you are. So I'm not going to take you serious. What is it that I really have to say to you? Not a fucking thing. Let's continue.
You probably don't remember who the fuck I am because when I kicked the one of them, I was using the tune name of SoSe.
Alright. He said that we used to kick it. I do remember this guy as this tune he named SoSe that I addressed as SoSe when I saw him. Now, the people that I regularly kicked it with, they were all added to my friends list, okay? SoSe was never added to my friends list back in that day. So if you're sitting here trying to expose me, why are you in your video making up bullshit? See, now I'm exposing you for something that's completely false. We never kicked it like that. I never talked to you like that on a daily fucking basis. Yeah, I might have seen you here and there from time to time. I might have said hi or bye, whatever. But we never really kicked it like that. You're not one of the people that I regularly rolled with when I was playing DCO back in those days. Let's play some more.
And shit, my mic is going off. Let me mute it because people.
Yeah, fix your fucking mic.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so I was using the tool name SOSE, and we were going against Black Armada, and I was fighting with this dude when he was a scrub. You know, he was barely beating Black Armada.
Yeah, more bullshit. Barely beating Black Armada. We all remember how big of scrubs Black Armada was when they first were introduced into the scene on DCO. See, basically this scrub nonsense that you're speaking about is pretty irrelevant. Let me show you something real quick. These are not scrub stats, okay? So this stuff about, oh, how I was barely doing anything back in the day, DCO was still fairly new back around this time frame that you're speaking of back in 2011. I've come a long way since then. So you need to get over that shit right there. Basically, what we're seeing in this video, he does not approve of the way that I decide to carry myself as a villain in the world of DCO. Let's break down what DCO is for a bit here. DC Universe Online is built around the concept of hero versus villain, where two sides collide and there's never really going to be any coexistence because of the constant fighting among each other. Now, this guy's mad at me, happens to be a villain. He's mad at me for playing the role of the villain. I chose to be a villain in DCO, so guess what? I'm going to be the bad guy. I'm going to be the one that makes lives a living hell. I'm going to be the one that corrupts the fucking society. I'm the one that's going to bring, disruption to the fucking community. That's basically a villain in a nutshell. I can go on about that, but those are just simple ideas of what being a villain is. So, considering the fact that I'm the one who bought this fucking game, I'm going to play DCUO the way that I feel like. If I want to be an egotistical, arrogant, obnoxious villain and make heroes' lives a living hell, I'm going to do that. Understand something. I pay the semi-monthly fees to play this throughout the years. So you, Sin of Fury, Fury of Sin, Simple Fury, whatever the fuck you call yourself, you're not going to sit here and try to dictate the way that I'm playing the game is fucking wrong. I made the character. I play it for my personal enjoyment. I do what the fuck I want to do with it because I paid for this motherfucker. Until you pay my fucking money for this fucking game, you're not going to tell me shit about how I decide to carry myself as a villain. Because you talk about how, oh, what do I expect when I do this? Motherfucker, I know what I'm doing. And I feel like since you're so caught up in my silly nonsense, that I should reveal everything about myself to you. But you know what? I'm not going to do that because why? It's going to ruin my fun. What you're talking about, this is stuff that I usually do when I go against the heroes. I'm a villain. I'm not going to give a shit about the heroes. Why should I? You want me to be friends with Nimbus Yost like you are? Oh, hold on. Let's expose you real quick. Hold on here. Take a look at this motherfucker's comment section. Look who we have here posting a fucking comment. Dark Wing 104, aka Nimbus Yosh, basically crying about how he's still pissed about me beating Cyclonic's ass and making Cyclonic quit on me in his second encounter in the lair duels. He's still crying about that. But here he is, FuryofSin, SoSe, whatever the fuck he wants to go by, replying to Nimbus Yosh in an agreeable fashion where he's basically sucking a hero's dick, Nimbus Yosh's dick, of all heroes, on his own fucking page. You want to expose me, motherfucker? Why are you sucking Nimbus Yosh's dick on your own fucking page and you're a fucking villain? Help me make sense of that. Because you want to talk about me being a bitch. I mean, look at you. You're flying around as a fucking female dressed in goddamn skirts and high heel boots. And you want to call me a bitch. Please. Like, get real. This motherfucker wants to go on throughout this video. You know what? I think you guys should take a look at the rest of this video for yourselves to get the whole story, because I'm not going to play the rest of the total 7 minutes. He's basically trying to also say that I take DCUO so serious that I feel like when I step off of my PS3, I feel like I'm Moxley Mayhem in real life. Do you realize that's utter bullshit? Do you realize how stupid that really fucking sounds? When you're really going to sit here and complain that I cannot decipher the difference between a fucking video game and reality. It is a fucking video game. SoSe, FuryofSin, whatever the fuck you want to go by. I'm going to play it for my personal enjoyment. I'm going to emphasize that again. I'm going to play it the way that I want to play it. Since we showed off Nimbus Yosh to you about a minute ago, I remember a video that Nimbus Yosh did where the topic was, how do we of the DCO community approach the game when we decide to turn on our PS3s and play DCO? How do we really carry ourselves when we use our characters? Do we role play as in what Nimbus Yosh claims himself to be doing when he plays DCUO? Do we play the video game just to play the game? Or do we take DCUO so serious to the point where we feel like our life depends on it? And it was funny because Nimbus Yosh actually answered that portion of the question for himself by saying that guys like Smile Before Death, who I don't know, he's all the way in Europe, why do I care for him? I don't know. And myself are guys that take DCO so serious that we feel like our life is dependent on it. Maybe Smile Before Death does because he decides to show his face to the world on the game. I'm not going to do, because it's a fucking video game. I want to keep the way I play the video game in my real life separate. Okay? It is utter bullshit, flat out stupidity. How are you really going to sit there and believe that? That I'm so caught up in this fucking video game that I walk around saying, yeah, I'm Moxie Mayhem, I'm the baddest motherfucker in DCO. What? I mean, come on now. I don't do that stupid shit. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, you sound stupid as fuck right now. You're talking about you're exposing me, right? You're exposing me for being a bitch. What you're really exposing is me not acknowledging your stupidity. That is what you're doing. You're not exposing a fucking thing. Alright? I'm not going to allow you to, because you're caught up into what I'm doing. You're basically doing what I want you to do. Well, not necessarily, because it hurts my heart that sometimes I can't get along with certain allies. And it's a very, very small percentage. But I could give a shit less about what a hero thinks, because why? I am a villain in the world of DCUO, and I decide to ride for my fucking villains. And when you, as a fellow villain, decides to pick up on that and realize what's really going on with me, things will be a lot easier for you in terms of the way that you have to deal with me maybe on an almost daily basis, depending on how often, I don't know, how often you ever play, how often you ever got to deal with me. You got to wake up and realize that. Okay? I realize it's just a fucking video game. But you're on here bitching about me making a fucking fan-made movie for me. I'm going to say that again, yes, because motherfuckers like you make me feel like I have to act like I'm empowered because I know that it makes stupid motherfuckers like you mad. You're one of the small percentage of villains that take me that serious and want to get mad at me and send me hater mail. Motherfucker, don't sit here in the fucking video and say that you're not a fucking hater when you're going to make a fucking bullshit 7-minute video all focused on me talking about how I'm a bitch when you're the one bitching about me. Like, motherfucker, I never knew you. Never gave a shit about you. No one's focused on you. Do you understand what the fuck I'm telling you? Like, get real with this shit, man. I'm just sitting here shaking my head right now in that moment of silence, man, because it's silly to me. It's absolutely funny. But you know what, buddy? I'm going to end it like this for you. Until you pay for this for me, you're not going to sit here and fucking dictate the way that I decide to play my villain. But let me let you in on something. Say I was a hero instead of a villain on DCUO. I could be an upstanding citizen and be all for peace in the community and still, you know, serve justice for the heroes and take down the villains, but I'm not a hero. I mean, you see where I'm going with this? If I was a hero, I would probably approach the game a lot different, but I chose to be a villain, so I'm going to be a fucking villain, FuryofSin. Why is that such a problem for you? Why is it a problem for you that a villain absolutely fucking hates heroes? Why is it a problem for you that I call out the bitches who do nothing but gank motherfuckers at FC when FC was designed for one-on-one specified duels to begin with? Why is it a problem if I decide to stand up for that? Like, you think I can't decipher the difference between a video game and reality, buddy? It's time for you to realize the reality of what I'm really doing. But I'm not going to reveal too much because, like I said, I don't want to spoil my fun. I kind of like that you're mad at me. You're one of the small percentage of villains that don't appreciate what I do. And that doesn't bother me because I don't know you. I never kicked it with you. So I don't really give a shit about you. I mean, if you'd like to make amends, maybe we can talk about something later, but FuryofSin, I'm going to keep playing DCUO the way I have been since day one. Being that egotistical, arrogant, obnoxious villain that absolutely fucking hates heroes and wants to see them all perish. That's the way I approach DCUO. And you're going to have to deal with that. I'm sorry you feel that way. If you're so, I'm really not. But if you want to go ahead and try to expose me some more, I want to do something for you real quick. Hold on a minute. Let me put my camera down for a minute. It's going to black out here. I want to do something for you real quick. Let me get on my friends list here. I want to do you a favor. Since you want to carry this on and try to expose me, I want to show you something. Do you see this right here, FuryofSin? You see this? You're crying in the video about how you're hoping that you don't block me. Well, I'm going to welcome you to say whatever you want to me. See, now you have been added to my friends list. I have welcomed you, FuryofSin, to say whatever it is that you want to say to me, because obviously I make you very upset. And sometimes, FuryofSin, you have to talk about things in order to get past your issues. I have no problem with talking with you, FuryofSin. Try to expose me for more smart ass comments like this to you. What I'm basically trying to say that I don't give a fuck about you. Now, I've added you to my friends list, so anytime you want to talk to me in the game and try to cry more and more, send more hater mail, more fan mail my way, tells, shouts, whatever, I welcome you to it. I'll be waiting for you, FuryofSin. I want you to cry some more. I want you to hate me some more. I love it. Empowered? No, I never really felt empowered. But guess what? I'm going to embrace what you're saying and feel empowered at this moment because I realize now, what the fuck is this guy spamming me for? I realize now how influential I really am. And that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for you. But that's not my problem. Till we meet again, FuryofSin. Just get over this shit. Like, seriously, it's sad. Adding another villain for hating heroes. Like, what sense does it fucking make? Anyway, I got shit to do, so I'm going to close it off right here. 21 minutes and 45 seconds, just about. Yeah, long video, got a lot to say to you. Take heed to everything that I'm saying to you, and wake the fuck up. See you later, bitch.